Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course what? Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere, especially not the Met Gala. Beast. I'm YouTube, this intro, I'm telling you, I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2000 BC, the album Dad AF. All right, let's get right into this. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang, dang, ding-dong, ding. How's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? I'm just having a giblet here, Jane. I'm looking at all the pictures of the Met Gala. My favorites? Oh, let's see. Oh, that Gaga. I just love her so much. It was absolutely a red carpet performance. Zendaya, gorgeous, beautiful. Billy Porter, loved him. Ezra Miller, oh, fantastic. Jared Leto, loved that too. There were so many great looks. James Charles, well, I mean, it's not been a good month for James. All right, I'll talk to you later, Viv. Bye. So anyway, I called her Viv. That was Viv on the phone. Listen, okay, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. I have gotten so many DMs about James Charles and this whole Met Gala debacle. And, you know, the other day when he went to the Billboard Music Awards, I looked underneath the picture that he posted, and it was literally like scathing comments, okay? People were just absolutely letting him have it. And so when he put up the picture on Instagram, I thought, well, this is going to be interesting. It's probably going to be very much, do you see me getting my receipts ready? The receipts, Whitney. I'm getting them ready right now. Actually, I'm going in and I'm making sure that my phone is open to never, so that never on a Sunday. They should have invited me to the Met Gala. Let me just tell you, if I had gone to the Met Gala, well, I went to an event this weekend. Y'all want to see what I wore? So here's me and my husband at the Met Gala. Not the Met Gala, no. It was called Rev, and it was for Indianapolis 500. And it was a fundraiser for IU Health here in Indianapolis. And there is a picture of me standing on the Indianapolis 500 racetrack. So, see, I can dress up. I don't always wear a hat. Go over and follow my Instagram, and you can see all of my daily looks of the day. Many of them I do have a hat on now. But anyway, so, you know, I was watching all of this go down, and it was just very, very interesting to me. And let's just be for real, okay? And this is going to be a conversation about what happened with the Met Gala, but I also would like to have a little bit of a conversation about you know, cancel culture and James Charles' part in that. And I like to talk a little bit about Jeffree Star. I'd like to talk a little bit about Laura and Manny. And can you imagine, this is what I'll say about them. They are probably sitting over there thinking to themselves, it could have been much, much worse. Because listen, James Charles literally cannot wake up a day in 2019 without some horrific shit coming his way. And, you know, it kind of begs the question. And like I said, going into 2019, I'm just going to give you my 100% honest opinion over here, like what I feel. It's very, listen, my channel is just like we're sitting up in the kitchen having a conversation, okay? In Martika's kitchen, if you ever remember that song. In Martika's kitchen, baby. Do you remember that song? If you're not as old as me, you don't remember that song. But anyway, we're just sitting up in the kitchen, we're talking, okay? Like, what did you think of his outfit? Well, it was horrible. We all know it was horrible, okay? I don't care if you're the biggest James Charles stan in the entire world. That was not what you wore to the Met Gala. It was a complete mess. It was worst dress list. And we're going to talk about that in a second because James didn't really have a lot to do with that outfit, okay? But everybody's coming for James. But it doesn't really matter because everybody is coming for James anyway. And what's interesting is I was looking at his Social Blade, and it appears that he hasn't really taken a hit. Now, if you don't know what Social Blade is like this website app that you can go to, and it shows everybody's, you know, like how many views they're getting a day, how many subscribers they're gaining or losing a day. It shows all that stuff in there, right? Well, if you look at it, James Charles is in the green, so he's gaining subscribers on a daily basis. This is how it appears, right? But it shows 28 days. Well, actually, it shows about 2 weeks. And when you look at the 2 weeks of it on there, okay, if you go to the top, he was gaining between 20 and 30,000 subscribers a day before all of this drama popped off. You know, I mean, honest to God, when we talk about Dramageddon 2019, Dramageddon 2.0, James Charles is Dramageddon. I mean, like, it just, this is, I don't know, like, it seems like every day there's something new that comes up. And, you know, in all honesty, I get a lot of questions like, you know, why aren't you doing this and why aren't you doing that? I'm just kind of tired of it, to be really honest with you, okay? Like, I just don't care that much about it. I just really don't. I'm kind of really over it. But I did think that this was an interesting topic to talk about because of all this stuff that goes on. It's like, I literally do not think that James Charles can do anything now that is right. He cannot do anything right. And do I think that it will be the end to James Charles? I'm starting to believe that there might be some, you know, some validity to that statement that James Charles, like, we might be seeing the beginning of the end of James Charles if he doesn't go in and hire a PR team or an image consulting team to kind of help him fix all this, because it's a lot of stuff that's coming out, you know? But what was interesting to me was that out of all of it, the most comments that he got were from this Met Gala outfit, okay? Now, if you haven't seen the outfit, because I'm going to go in here and I want to talk about what he posted on Instagram in just a second. James Charles put this picture up of himself. Oh, no, that's the wrong. I thought that was James. That was the wrong outfit. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Okay. So, anyway, this is James Charles' Met Gala outfit that he posted, okay? So, underneath this picture, he posted, "My first Met Gala. Thank you so much, YouTube, for inviting me. And Alexander Wang for dressing me. Being invited to such an important event like the ball is such an honor and a step forward in the right direction for influencer representation in the media. And I am so excited to be a catalyst. Video coming tomorrow." And basically what he's saying by that is, thank you Alexander Wang for dressing me. Thank you YouTube for inviting me. So out of all of the millions of YouTubers that YouTube could have picked to represent YouTube at the Met Gala, they picked James Charles. What do y'all think about that? Okay. Oh, this was the other thing. I love when you guys have conversations in the comment sections. Like, we can be nice about it. We can say our opinion, whatever. Listen, let's just all have it down in the comment sections. I'm going to leave this all up to you because I want to see what you guys have to say about all this, okay? But I do think it's an interesting pick, right? And what's really strange about this to me is that YouTube usually kind of, like, plays safe with this kind of stuff. Like, the other thing that's interesting to me about this is that Shane Dawson was in New York City for the Shorty Awards, okay? But they didn't invite Shane Dawson, like, who would have been a perfect pick, I think, right? He's the golden boy of YouTube right now. Everybody loves him. For him and Rylan to go, I mean, maybe they were a little afraid that he was going to show up in a robe, you know what I mean? But listen, if they had paired him with somebody, if you didn't, oh my Lord, I would love to go to the Met Gala. I watch that every year. I know I will never probably get a Met Gala invitation. I mean, why would I, right? But they could have put, like, first of all, okay, they could have put Rylan, because Rylan kind of is campy on his channel, right? And he could have gone way out, okay? Can you imagine pairing them up with, like, a designer like Marc Jacobs, who would have just, like, I mean, it would have been over the top. And then they could have made Shane, like, some full-length robe with this train that went 20 feet, and it was just, like, this robe, like, you know his brown robe that he wears? But it'd be this robe that went for 20 feet forever, and it was just, like, I don't know, and, like, studded in sequins and stuff. Oh, people would have lived. They would have loved it. YouTube, you done fucked up, okay? That's just the reality of it all. And they probably know that. And a lot of people are speculating that maybe YouTube picked James Charles, A, because his platform is so huge, and B, because they thought it would bring a lot of attention to YouTube. But why would they want this kind of attention? In the past, when they talk about representation, it's interesting because YouTube always seems to pick pretty safe people. In the past, they've picked people like Tyler Oakley. Well, interestingly enough, Tyler Oakley had something to say about this. Hold on a second, I gotta get into my tweets. I have so many things that I have to pull up that it's like, okay, here Tyler Oakley is. So, Tyler Oakley even had something to say about James Charles' outfit, which is hilarious to me. So this, Fran Tirado, is this a YouTuber that I don't know? No, deputy editor of Out Magazine. So he tweeted out James Charles' statement about being the first one to go, you know, and influencer representation and all that. And he tweeted and said, "Ah, yes, the historically oppressed and marginalized class, influencers." Of which, Tyler Oakley retweeted this and put, "I threw the first brick at TanaCon." And I thought that was kind of hilarious, right? But then it makes you wonder, like, are some of these YouTubers out there a little pissed that they didn't get invited? I mean, you know, you have so many invites and you give it to James Charles, and I think that's what a lot of people's issue is. Why did you pick James? James is literally at the top of, like, every scandal that is going on right now, constantly for the last 2 weeks. and this is who you picked, unless they'd already given him the invitation and they didn't want to resend it, but why wouldn't they just say, okay, we're going to have to resend this invitation to you? So I don't know. It's really interesting to me. If I was going to the Met Gala, I'm telling you right now, I don't care. If they had, listen, if they had ponied me up with somebody boring like Calvin Klein, I would have said, ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-ling. Betsy Johnson, can I get her on the phone? I'm going to the Met Gala. Betsy, now listen. I need something fantastic. I mean, why would you pick a designer, okay? And what is so interesting about this to me is that everybody in the world is coming for James Charles. Now, I will tell you, I know for a fact that James got the invitation from YouTube, and YouTube paired him with Alexander Wang because James loves Alexander Wang as a designer, okay? But then Alexander Wang made the outfit to put James Charles in. James Charles didn't have any decision in the outfit that he was going to wear. Could he have said, I'm not going to wear this? Absolutely. Now, can you imagine saying that to somebody? Like some major designer, like, I'm not going to wear this. I'm not going to wear what you made for me. Like, that is an impossible situation, right? So James is forced to wear this outfit, which indirectly, I kind of wonder if, I feel like it's kind of like Alexander Wang dissing James Charles, honestly. There's no way that Alexander Wang didn't know putting James Charles in this outfit that literally looked like something off the rack. There's no way that he didn't know that he was screwing James Charles. There's no way, right? And what else is interesting is that when you go to Alexander Wang's personal Instagram, as well as Alexander Wang, the designer's, so their professional Instagram, there is not one picture or one story up there of James Charles. Nothing. It's like he doesn't own it, okay? Everything on the Instagram is all about Hailey Baldwin Bieber. So, Hailey Baldwin Bieber, say that 5 times fast. So it's interesting. And her outfit was boring too. Like, her outfit wasn't camp. And if you go underneath there, and I mean, it was gorgeous. It was a gorgeous outfit. But if you go underneath there and you read the comments, everybody's like, this is not camp. Do you not understand what camp is? This is my biggest thing, okay, with some of these people. And what was so interesting to me was that James was getting a lot of negativity about this outfit. And I understand that because, listen, James is the person to hate right now, right? There were some horrible outfits at that thing. I could not believe people were saying that Nick Jonas looked gorgeous. Nick Jonas was in a suit. Okay, let's just be for real. Frank Ocean looked like he bought Prada off the rack. I mean, this is the effing Met Gala. If you're gonna go to the Met Gala. And I'm sorry, if it was me and I was representing YouTube, and I know James probably didn't have a lot of decision in this, and I know it would be really hard to look at Alexander Wang and say, hey, I'm not going to wear this outfit. But I think I would look at Alexander Wang and say, you're either setting me up or you need to rethink this decision because this is not camp. Like, they're going to eat me alive for this. Is there something more that we can do to this outfit? Because at the end of the day, it's you that is being represented on that red carpet. And I think you have to really think about that, you know? My favorite part of watching it all was when, did you guys see this, when Anna Wintour was watching Lady Gaga? It was fantastic. I mean, that's how you do it, okay? And Lady Gaga knows how to do this stuff. Zendaya, she knows how to do this stuff. Celine Dion, who everybody's coming for that headpiece, you know, it was a nod to La Cage aux Folles. So many people, Billy Porter showing up, being carried in. I mean, people knew how to do this. It's the Met Gala, all right? And if you don't know how to do it, don't go. So anyway, I was real frustrated this whole thing. But it's interesting to me with all of this, all the comments underneath here. So there's a lot of really glowing comments underneath James' videos. People from like, Tiana Mojo, Jacqueline Hill said, so proud of you, James. Morphe Brushes said, living for this. And then even YouTube said, which is funny because there's a comment underneath there and said, WTF, YouTube is on Instagram. And then it goes on, Makeup Bar Mario, congrats, Major, I think that's Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. And Paved the Way, Nikki Tutorial said. So all these people in here are coming and they're giving him positive thoughts, right? If you go down further to where the real people, that's you and me, okay? When the real people underneath there that don't have the blue checks next to their Instagram accounts, when we get down here, it's a whole different story, okay? Makes a whole video dissing other people's Coachella outfits and then turns up to the Met Gala looking like this. Oh, no. Jeffree should have went, not you. Somebody said, why is he wearing the Minecraft chain armor? Sis, this is not camp. Can you kind of imagine Jeffree Star showing up to this thing? I mean, Jeffree Star is kind of like so over the top anyway that I do think that he and Nathan would have really turned it out. In this whole thing, I do want to say this. I'm going to get back to some of the comments in a second. One of the things that's really, really interesting, you know, is that when we talk about this whole kind of like cancel culture of the beauty influencer community, Jeffree Star seems to have a finger on this button that when he just kind of sits, oh, we're just drinking Red Bulls and playing with the dogs today, and then But career over. He kind of is the one in the last year that has been able to decide that for many, many factors, right? Because Shane Dawson did the series about him. He's at the top of his game. He's turned around. Jeffree Star used to be the villain, and he's not anymore. He's the hero. And things like that happen all the time in Hollywood and, you know, the film industry and in the beauty industry. It happens. And now Jeffree Star's at the top of it. What's interesting to me about all this is that Jeffree Star has kind of stayed out of this whole James Charles thing. He hasn't said anything whatsoever, yet people are speculating that he and James are no longer friends, right? For whatever reason. I believe it's because, and I said this in a video the other day, that Jeffree and the whole Toddy situation, he's kind of over that. And he's like, you didn't have to do this to a friend. We all make enough money. You didn't have to do this. So I think that he's kind of just worn out with James and maybe thinks James is arrogant and he's just like, this is not the direction I thought you were going to go in and now blah, 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 you know? I don't know. Is there a part of Jeffree that is intimidated by James because he thinks that he's going to grow past him? I really struggle with believing that. I've seen quite a few comments like that, but I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But at any moment that Jeffree Star decided that he wanted to just end this and come out and say something, because we've seen him do it in the past, okay, he doesn't even have to come out directly and say something. He could just say, boop, career over. And I'm wondering if at some point in the next, that will truly be Dramageddon 2019, okay? Is when, and with one tweet, one comment, or whatever, if Jeffree and James really aren't friends anymore, that Jeffree ends this. And it will be really, really sad for James then, because there will be no coming back from that. We've seen this happen to other people. So it's interesting to see when you hear all this background stories and wondering what's really going on and all that kind of stuff. Do you think that that could actually happen? That, you know, the thing is that James is just, like I said, you know, like his social blade, he's still gaining subscribers. I don't know if I finished this point. He's still gaining subscribers, but he's not gaining them how he did 2 to 3 weeks ago. I mean, he was gaining 20 to 30,000 subscribers a day. Yesterday, he gained 4,000. The day before that, I think it was like 10. So he's getting like a third to a half less. It is really making a dent on his career, okay? All of this stuff. Whether he wants to admit it or not, it really is making a dent on his career. Listen, like, whereas before, like 2 to 3 months ago, you know, like, let's say every 15th, 20th, 30th comment would be something, you know, kind of negative. Now, it's like every 15th, 20th comment is something positive from, like, a huge fan of his or a YouTuber. Like, every YouTuber that comes on here says something absolutely just glowing about him, you know? It's just, whoever invited you made a mistake, so I guess they inviting anyone to the Met now, huh? Not appropriate for the Gala. Sis, this ain't it. Coachella has already passed. I'm just trying to understand why you were there, honestly, like, no shade. Who told you that you were Met Gala worthy? Boy, did you make that one out of safety pins. What the hell are you wearing? And then here's Kylie Ray, the YouTuber. This is so amazing. You look the best ever. James Charles fan account. Nah, honey, Coachella was 2 weeks ago. I just figured out why Rihanna didn't go. Don't go again, period. Clout chaser. I thought you were going to pop off, but you look last minute Coachella outfit. What is this, girl? I'm sorry. This is so embarrassing. How did you sneak in? And then a comment, everything. And I want to see what people say underneath here. Somebody put, is wrong, nothing, should be thrown away. It's Met Gala, not Coachella, yikes. And then somebody said, keeping the haters pressed, love you. And, I mean, it's literally like every one of them that has like a blue check mark next to it, like this House of Lashes. Congratulations, sister, so happy for you. But they didn't say they love the outfit, so that was kind of playing it safe. That ain't it, you. They shouldn't have said Trisha. Oh my God, Trisha Paytas at the Met Gala. Oh, I have died. I would live. You know she would have turned it out, okay? You know Trisha Paytas would have turned that out all day long. Honestly, he's usually super extra, but the one time he got to be extra, he wasn't. That's the thing I don't understand, you know? I almost was like, did YouTube hire Alexander Wang, or, no, you don't hire Alexander Wang, but did YouTube, you know, commission Alexander Wang because they knew he was a safe designer? Like, why for James Charles, who's so over the top in everything that he seems to do outfit-wise, why would you pick this? Like, I really don't understand it. It's a no for me. Here's another one with a blue check mark. Major, so amazing. I can't believe he broke into the Met Gala. He'd be out there dissing Antonio Garza's Coachella outfit and then wears that to a Met Gala. So anyway, it just goes on and on and on, and it's like every comment underneath there is just absolutely scathing. And it makes you wonder, has the turn, like, okay, you know, when we talk about the pendulum switching, like, the pendulum for James Charles was going really, really strong. He was growing. It seemed like he was unstoppable. Now it seems like people are done. It seems like enough has happened that people are really done. So is he truly, truly canceled? I mean, we like to say that this whole cancel culture and, you know, whatever is like not a real thing, but it kind of is. Like, you know, it really is. And I think the thing is that there will be people that will always love James Charles, you know, no matter what. And then there will be people that will have, you know, be swayed. And it's interesting to me, like, where do you guys stand on that? Like, you know, are you James Charles stands forever and ever? Or are you kind of are you in the middle and you're starting to kind of think like, I don't know, like, I'm not really down with this anymore? You know, and I think the thing that has really hurt James the most is his attitude of arrogance before any of this stuff started coming out, because now that's the attitude that he's remembered for. And so going into all this drama, people are looking at it with like arrogance. You know, I don't know. My recommendation is James. I would very, very quickly, ding-a-ling-a-ling, shamala-ing, ding dong. Could I speak to a PR agency, please? I mean, he needs to listen. He needs to be calling a PR image consultant today. As do all of these YouTube beauty influencers out there. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.